Hello and welcome to this Friday, June 26th edition of Tullahoma 6 News on Light Tube. I'm Linda Stockwell.
And I'm Deuce Anderson from Thunder Radio, filling in for Bob Pullen this week. Hope you had a good weekend planned. Some big changes in store for the Northgate Mall in the next few weeks. A new management firm is going to take over Northgate Mall effective July 1st. The mall lost its biggest anchor store when Dillard's closed in May. The new management is Chicago-based General Growth Properties. It will handle development, leasing, marketing, and management of Northgate Mall and Cherokee Square Shopping Center. GGP takes over from the Mattis Company, which has handled mall retail recruitment and management for more than a decade.
Moore County Mayor Peggy Gattis is dead. She was killed in a car accident yesterday afternoon. Officials with the Tennessee Highway Patrol confirmed that Mayor Gattis died in a crash on Highway 82 in Bedford County.
Also, on Thursday, a Manchester woman died in a crash on Nat Hill Road. Police say it happened shortly after midnight Thursday when a 22-year-old Jessica Carmack apparently lost control of her car, hit an embankment, and rolled several times. Carmack was pronounced dead at the scene.
Coffee County sheriffs are looking for a man who escaped from the jail on Thursday. 23-year-old Kenneth Reese, a white male, 6 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 210 pounds, was last seen in the Westwood area of Manchester. If you have seen Reese or have any information on his whereabouts, please call the Coffee County Sheriff's Department at 728-3591.
A 36-year-old Winchester man is in Franklin County Jail after being charged with stabbing his brother in the leg during an argument at a trailer park near Tullahoma on Tuesday. Jim Kelly of Baldwin Circle in Winchester was charged with aggravated assault as being held on a $100,000 bond. His brother, 48-year-old Michael Kelly, was airlifted to Vanderbilt in critical but stable condition. Police investigators believe the fight broke out over a girlfriend at a trailer park on 41A just outside the Tullahoma city limits.
Hardin Hospital's new patient tower is reportedly about 90% complete. Work on the 60,000 square foot expansion has mostly moved indoors. The expansion will provide private rooms and more operating space. A new reception area and entry to the hospital is part of the new construction and is expected to help streamline visits and admissions to Hardin, as well as create between 50 to 60 new jobs. The hospital hopes to begin moving patients into that new addition in August.
The state of Tennessee learned yesterday that General Motors chose a Michigan plant to build its new small car over Spring Hill, Tennessee. GM wanted the state to pay $200 million to keep the 2,900 jobs at Spring Hill. A $1.6 billion federal loan for Nissan North America could create more than 1,000 jobs at the carmakers' Smyrna and Deckard facilities. The loan is for Nissan to build a zero-emissions electric car and battery packs to power them.
Unemployment in Coffee County remains high, 10.6% in May, or 1 percentage point higher than April of this year. 1 year ago, the unemployment rate in Coffee County was 5.8%. The U.S. unemployment rate for the month of May was 9.4%.
Finding a job can be tough in this economic crisis, and finding specialized skills is also difficult. Tullahoma City Schools Personnel Director Waylon Long says that filling open teaching positions is challenging, but some teachers with the right skill sets can have their choice of jobs because of their teacher shortage.
A teacher in special education or in upper-level mathematics or science classes right now can go and find a job across the country. Large school systems are having more difficulty than small. Our recruiting base here in Tullahoma primarily right now is Middle Tennessee, Tennessee Tech, MTSU, UT Chattanooga, and other state schools. However, we do have a number of applications from people outside Tennessee. What we like to do is try to find a blend of individuals, people who have experience in other school systems, people who have had their education provided by different institutions. When you have kind of an amalgam of people to come together, then you blend ideas, you blend experience, and it's more than just a provincial or regional outlook that your students get. And certainly our students come from various places across the country. We have a lot of transition, and We like to have that eclectic group of teachers to join that eclectic group of students and provide the best opportunities that they can for the students. But our recruiting is primarily comes from individuals who apply to us rather than us going out to find them.
There are some positive signs of progress in Tullahoma, even with the economic crisis. Sales tax revenues are reported up about 6% from a month ago, and that's good news for the city. Construction on the stadium is continuing, and we thought it might be interesting to take a look at the progress of that major project in just 1 month. Back in late May, the Tullahoma High School Stadium was in the early stages, with some steel on the visitors' side up and concrete footers on the home team side being poured. Well, site work behind the stadium had also just begun, and the field wasn't even prepped. Okay, fast forward to this week, and the visitor side is done. Steel work on the home team side has nearly been completed, and the press box is close to being installed. Site work behind the stadium on what will become the new entrance, concession area, and restrooms is continuing, and the new field is looking good. The city and schools are still positive that the new facility will be ready for that first game on August 21st. Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but next Saturday is the 4th of July. Summer is flying by, and we've got a lot of things going on this weekend as well.
We sure do, including a major celebration and gala at the South Jackson Civic Center. That starts tonight. I'll have details when Tullahoma 6 News on Light Tube returns.
Never even happened.
Welcome back to Tullahoma 6 News on Light Tube. I'm Deuce Anderson. Bob Pullen returns on Monday.
But we've certainly enjoyed having you with us, Deuce. And we've got a lot going on this week. We have a lot of things coming up this weekend to tell you about. But first, we had an event yesterday that was lots of fun.
The City of Tullahoma Parks and Recreation crew held a 3-on-3 sand volleyball tournament at Fraser McEwen Park Thursday morning. The tournament took place in the sand volleyball courts at the park and was well attended in spite of the high temperatures. Kids got to work on their volleyball skills and teamwork during the games and were rewarded with sub sandwiches for lunch after their workout. The Parks and Recreation crew always has great activities for people of all ages. If you haven't had a chance to visit either D.W. Wilson or C.D. Stamps Community Center, make some time to stop by and pick up an event calendar. There are more great things to do coming up in July, including a canoe trip on the Elk River. So check it out.
And tonight begins a 3-day celebration of South Jackson Civic Center. Located in what was once Tullahoma's very first school and one of the oldest buildings in town, South Jackson is celebrating 30 years of community-run theater, musical events, and art displays. Starting tonight, the performances begin. We talked with Peggy Burton and Florence Hull about the preparations. Tell me a little bit about how this got started.
Oh my goodness. This is 30 years of productions here at South Jackson Civic Center, and
during the intermission.
The South Jackson Civic Center is something the community should be proud of, and it's well worth a trip this weekend to celebrate the center's 3rd decade of service to Tullahoma.
Absolutely. And also this weekend there's a dedication to honor Texas soldiers of the Confederacy. A monument to Texas Confederate soldiers will be dedicated Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Confederate Cemetery in Tullahoma on Maplewood Drive. There will be people in period costumes, musket and cannon firing. It should be quite an event. The public is invited and encouraged to bring a lawn chair to sit and watch the whole ceremony.
On Saturday and Sunday, the Old Stone Fort in Manchester, the public is invited to learn more about ham radio operators and their part in helping out during emergency situations. Middle Tennessee ham radio operators can answer questions and help you get your FCC license to become part of the ham radio network. It all starts Saturday at 8 a.m. It continues to Sunday at 1.
Lynchburg